Grow a Garden. Not just the biggest game on Roblox, but also pretty much in the world. It was published onto Roblox on March 25th, 2025. It was made by BMW Lux before being sold to Jandal. Yes, that Jandal. The same Jandal who owns Field Trip Z, Steep Steps, and Wacky Wizards. That Jandal. And then apparently he sold that to Too Big or they own a portion. I have no idea. Anyways, a couple months later, on May 15th, 2025, a new game had been released on Roblox that also got stupidly popular, called Steel Brainrot. The game was originally made by Spider Sammy, although the game itself was based off another game called Steel Character, which was created by Kilios. Basically, Jandal decided to make a tweet one day basically claiming that Steel Brainrot was a copy of Steel Character. This claim wasn't anything new though. This has been existing for months, ever since the game was released. Not long after, Jandal made a video, basically declaring war against Spider Sammy.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I've declared war, admin abuse war, on good boy Sammy. That's right.
The admin abuse war was declared. An event where Jandal and Spider Sammy would, as the name suggests, admin abuse their games, with one goal: to see who would get the most amount of concurrent players. The event started on the 23rd of August, and as you might see, it's kind of past August 23rd. In fact, as I'm making this video, it's the 26th. But because this was likely going to be one of the biggest events, whether official or not, I decided to actually record what happened in both Grow Garden and Steel Brainrot to at least document the journey. So in that case, if we ever decide to look back into the past, we at least have something to remember this event. However, I don't want this video to be like half an hour long, so to avoid that, I'm just going to make this video a supercut. I'm going to jump from one scene to another, explaining what's happening, and we'll just go from there. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. In Grow a Garden, the event originally started with a raid before Jandal and Sammy decided to show up. Sammy, not long after appearing, decided to alter the map to make it look a bit more like it does in Steel Brainrot, before sending out animals to come and attack your farm. And by attack, I mean just rampage around your farm and have a chance to give them a small boost, or effect, or whatever it's called. A while after the animals come and start rampaging your farm, Jandal decides to shoot a laser beam out of his eyes, which, yes, it also gives an effect just like the animals do. Jandal and Sammy then start shooting laser beams out of their eyes at each other, but of course Jandal does overpower Sammy. Sammy then decided to start sending a stampede of animals, which, whether or not they give a buff, I have no idea, but what I do know is that they do have a hitbox, and yes, you can get swinged off the map if you do get hit by one of the animals. I had way too much fun. Then Jandal decided to summon a literal black hole which started sucking up all the animals that were a part of the stampede until none were left. Like, actually. Then Sammy decided to become Circe Gigantus and stomp on Jandal, but Jandal, combined with all of the efforts of the green beans, were able to overpower Sammy. What is this power of friendship stuff going on? Sammy is ultimately defeated, and so he decides to flee. And Jandal gives his thanks to the player by deciding to give them a bunch of pets and a bunch of seeds, including some exclusive ones in case they were a part of the Green Bean Gang. There was more that happened after this, like a red light, green light game, and also raining tacos, as you're seeing right now, but I decided to stop recording, mainly just because I wanted to enjoy this event. Now, let's move on to Steel Brainrot, which honestly, for me, was not starting good, as literally within the first couple of minutes of joining, Roblox ended up crashing. Like, the application, not the entire website. I mean, the website did crash, but it crashed earlier in the day. I eventually was able to get back into Steel Brainrot to see that the entire map was basically now just a massive crab rave. Then a bunch of boosts started getting added, like the chance for Lux, some things having tacos, and oh yeah, aliens! Yes, aliens are now in the game. The screen then went dark, only to show that the map had literally changed once again, going from default to crab rave to now a DJ rave, or rave party, whatever you call it. The map was then changed again, looking more like a crab rave galaxy combination before going back to the rave party or whatever. And after a while of jamming it out, Eventually, some Brainrot Gods started spawning, and in case you don't know, Brainrot Gods are the second rarest type of Brainrots within the game, only behind Secrets. Then, the map went back to that Galaxy Krabrav combination, and some more Brainrot Gods spawned, you know, the usual. In fact, I was getting so many Brainrot Gods that it actually started becoming an issue, because I planned on, well, rebirthing, and I just felt bad getting rid of all of these cool things that other people would want. So I just said I would give them away later, and in case you're wondering, I have already given them away, and I have already rebirthed, so yeah. Sammy then joined the game, grew big, summoned the bubblegum machine, and popped back the Wraith map with a lot more flashlights, which makes that epilepsy warning I skipped over kind of important now that I realize it. Then the Crab Wraith decided to invade this already chaotic map and make it even more chaotic. And well, from here I kind of just stopped recording because I wanted to enjoy the chaos. But I did take a bunch of screenshots, mostly consisting of the map changing here and there, and just a bunch of brain rods that I thought would be cool to show. But besides that, that was still brain rot. Now, don't forget, this is an admin abuse war, not an admin abuse event, meaning that there was a winner. So, who was it? Well, some people would say it's Jandal. Jandal won the admin abuse war. Royal Garden literally set a record for the most amount of concurrent players out of any game, beating their own previous records and shattering Fortnite. Do you really think that a game was able to do that, let alone the biggest game in the world effectively, was going to lose to steal a brain rot of all things? Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. That was pretty much the admin abuse wars. Did you enjoy it? What's your opinions? Comment down below if you want to. But regardless, I hope you enjoy.